I swear A24 does not miss.
This motherfucker don't miss.
Love's Life Bean is a sapphic crime pulp thriller starring Kristen Stewart and Katy O'Brien, directed by Rose Glass, who did Saint Maud, which I haven't seen yet, but I need to see because this movie is raw, it's gory, it's violent, it's sexy, it's horny, and just oozing with sweat, guts, and blood. And it's also really thrilling. But is it for you? Let me break it down right now. Let's talk about what it's about. Lou's a reclusive gym manager who falls hard for Jackie, an ambitious bodybuilder who's heading to Las Vegas to pursue her dream. Their love soon leads to a violence as they get pulled deep into the web of Lou's criminal family. A lot of people still have this really negative outlook on Kristen Stewart because of her time with Twilight, but she's grown so much since then with performances in Spencer, which I really love, Underwater, Personal Shopper, and now Love Lies Bleeding, where she does a great job of playing this character that is never left their hometown before, just really trying to escape and disassociate with her life because of the things in her past. And then she runs into Jackie, who's played by Katy O'Brien, who's absolutely jacked in this film and could easily have played She-Hulk in the MCU instead of whatever she did in Ant-Man and Quantumania. What a waste that she was in that film, because she's absolutely fantastic in this film. She does a great job at everything she's asked for emotionally for this character, and she goes through a lot. This movie's not going to be for everyone. It's very, very horny, and if you're not, someone that's a little bit more conservative, you're not going to be a fan of some of the sexual content that's in the film. And if you're also not a fan of the very graphic violence, you're not going to be a fan of that as well. But if you're someone that loves A24, if you love crime thrillers, you love a little pulp in your film, this film is definitely going to be for you. The movie keeps you on edge almost at all times. Not as much as I thought it was going to. I thought this was going to be like a really tense thriller that had you gripping your seat at all times, but part of the film is actually telling like a anti-drug story and a power dynamic story, and it really try to lands with the character beats and the kind of the character study of these characters as they interact with each other and have their exchange of power, whether it's depending on like you have a home to live in, or you have a job to give, or you're just literally brawling and strong and beat the crap out of it. All these things are very, very interesting and played in this tone that's really great. One moment this movie feels like a tense thriller horror kind of aspect of a film, and then it turns into something that's a little lighter and funny. There's moments not like literal jokes, but it's like funny levity throughout the film that they do here to kind of ease the tension and then go you right back into it. And then it gets really romantic sometimes and then really gory. It goes through all these different things, and you can't box the movie in one genre because it swifts through all these different things seamlessly. Rose Glass does a great job of just keeping the momentum for this movie going. You know, like she speeds through the moments that needs to be sped through, and then she stays long in the moments that needs to stay long, and really lets these actors do a great job of building chemistry, really building their characters, feel menacing and scary at times. All the characters have those moments, and just being really fun. And this is why I go to the cinema for, to go and lose myself in these worlds that these actors and directors are building. This is one that I kind of didn't want to leave. I kind of wanted to do a whole road trip movie with these two characters. The crime and drama aspect, it's not something you've never seen before, but it's really interesting because you get invested in the family really often because they spend the time in the beginning of the film getting you to know what's going on and all these character motivations. The movie kind of twists things sometimes, because one thing you think you know about a character, later on you find out it's something else, and it's a really great reveal. They're not mind-blowing, but they just add layers upon layers onto the film. That's really great. The way the prosthetics and everything when it comes to the violence, they're so realistic, and oof, sometimes the character would turn the light on and I'm like, please turn that back off because Jesus, I didn't need to see how that fully looked. Is used for horrific effect and also a comedic effect at the same time. My audience was really, really gripped by this movie, and I was gripped by it as well. The only faults that I have for this film is that the beginning of the third act was a little slow, and I felt like some parts of the film was spinning its wheels a little bit, but just like maybe like 10-15 minutes of the film going into the third act where I felt like, okay, the momentum has slowed down just a bit, but the parts that they were showing was important for the character build of each character. Now, this is an A24 film, so you know it's not going to be a straightforward film. There's some weird stuff that goes throughout the film, specifically with Katy O'Brien's character, who is the bodybuilder, and how they show that aspect. There's like a fantastical, ness to it, a little bit of a Hulk depthness to it, and I really dug it. I think that when you look at how they play with perspectives, it's really interesting, and I end up loving this movie and enjoying it. And I think there's things I'm gonna cat on rewatch and enjoy it even more. If you love crime trapers and pulpy crime thrillers, it has a lot of the tropes there that you would see in a lot of them, but they execute it well, and the place in the story are done in ways that you didn't expect. When you're like, okay, this person is gonna get shot, when it happens, it's not the way you thought it was gonna happen, or the ending result is not where you thought it was gonna go, and that's why the movie is executed well, because it plays on the familiar things that we all know, but does it in a way that might surprise, motherfucker, shock you, or make you feel thrilled, and then make you laugh because it released the tension in some other way. And so many moments where I was like, oh my god, and I was just like, this is hilarious. So yeah, I love Love's Lies Bleeding. I thought that it was a great film. I think all the performances are top notch. I think Rose Glass is a director that you need to be on the lookout for, because she knows what she is doing. So with that said, I'm gonna give it a B+. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate Love Lies Bleeding if you've seen it already? And if you have not, and if you're on the fence after seeing the trailer based on my review, are you gonna go check it out? Let me know in the comments down below your favorite parts of the movie, or if you're gonna go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. If you like my review, hit that like button. If you want to join the Zach Attack Nation, attack that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified of my reviews, reactions, live discussions, and much more. And you can watch more of my content right now.